Welcome and great evening, everyone. This is Carly Gwynn chiming in from Orlando, Florida. Super excited that I have the honor and privilege of being your host tonight and welcoming you guys to the call this evening. This is the Millionaire Mentorship call. This call happens every single Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time without fail. So you want to make sure if you haven't already done so, block this time out in your calendars. Make sure you have this time set aside and dedicated to your personal growth, to your business, to your bank account, because this is where you're going to get everything that you need to take your life and your business to the next level. So super excited to be here with you guys tonight. For those of you just now jumping on, go ahead and jump into the chat and let me know your name and where you're chiming in from so that I can officially welcome you to the call this evening. I know we are going to be going Facebook Live as well here in just a few short moments. So definitely go ahead and make sure you're sending out the link for the Zoom, but also go ahead and make sure if you have people joining you on Facebook Live, go ahead and jump over there as well and make sure you're tagging anyone that's going to be joining you there so that they don't miss the call, so that they're ready to go. I encourage you to take these few moments before we get started to go ahead and make sure you have your pens and notepads ready, because you're absolutely going to want to take notes. Don't try to just leave it up to your memory to memorize everything on the call. It's just not possible, right? You're going to miss something, and you don't want that something that you miss to be that nugget, that little piece of information that you need to just really unlock the next level of you. So go ahead and make sure you're ready and prepared for the call. Let's see here. We have Jeremy chiming in from Festus, Missouri. We have Barbie chiming in from Arizona. Welcome. Robert chiming in from Detroit, Michigan. Welcome. Timothy chiming in from Chicago. Dr. Arlene, welcome to the line tonight. Thank you. I like this hat too. I love this hat as well. um, let's see here. We have, is it Clella? Welcome to the line, chiming in from.
Got it right.
I do my best, right? I had, so my name is Carly, as I said, and I've had people all my life call me Carrie, Carla. So I know what that feels like to have your name not pronounced correctly. So I do my best, but sometimes every now and again, I don't get it right. So I'm glad I got it right this evening for you. And if that ever happens on the call, just know, charge it to my head and not my heart. I promise you, I want to get everybody's name correct. But sometimes you guys stump me. Sometimes you do, but I do my best. I see we have Candy on the line from Houston. Welcome. Angel from Houston, Texas. Welcome. Carla chiming in from Baltimore. Welcome. All right. I don't have my Facebook Live pulled up, unfortunately. So for those of you guys joining on Facebook Live, please know I am welcoming each and every one of you to the call as well. I know we have people jumping on there also. Again, we have a couple minutes before we get started. So if you're just now jumping onto the call, welcome to the line tonight. My name is Carly Gwynn. I am not your speaker or trainer tonight, but I do have the honor and privilege of being your host and welcoming each and every one of you to the call tonight. So as you're just now jumping on, go ahead and jump into the chat and let me know your name and where you're chiming in from tonight, so that I can officially welcome you to the call this evening. Go ahead and make sure that your lines are muted out, so we don't have any background noise or distractions. If you're in position to be on camera, we would love to see your faces. But in the event like there's something happening, you're moving around, maybe you're listening in at work or something like that, just go ahead and mute out your camera as well, so we don't have a lot of background things happening also. Let's see here. Let me jump back over here. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Amanda, welcome to the line tonight from Virginia. Kathy from Houston, welcome. Let's see here. MJ, welcome to the line tonight. Let's see here. I hope I get this right. Is it Bro? Welcome to the line tonight from Seattle. I hope I got that correct. Welcome to the call tonight. Again, we have just a moment or two before we get started. So welcome to the call. Dr. Rush chiming in from Detroit. Brenda chiming in from Denver. Awesome. I got another one correct. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Super excited about that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Millionaire Mentorship Call. This is where you want to make sure you are every single Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. every single week. This is a call that you want to have blocked out on your calendar. You don't want to miss this call. I remember scheduling flights around this call when Mr. Bean would have this call, previously, just so that I didn't miss it. There's just an energy that happens on the call when you're on the call live that you don't get when you watch the replay. I know sometimes things happen, you have to. But guys, there's just an energy that's on the call when you're here live. So you definitely don't want to miss it. You definitely don't want to not be on the call live. So block out that time in your calendar. Just set this time aside for yourself. Make sure you've got everything situated. You got yourself to a quiet place, nothing distracting you or keeping you from the information that's going to be shared. Because again, this is where you are going to take your business, your life, your bank account, everything.
Recording in progress.
So I know it is about time for me to step out of the way of greatness. But one more time, just really quick, if you haven't already, go ahead and drop your name and where you're chiming in from in the chat. And if you have already done so, let me see your energy and excitement, okay? If you guys are fired up and excited for tonight's call, let me see some fire emojis in the chat, right? Bring that energy and excitement to the call. Make sure you have yourself ready to receive all of the information that's going to be shared tonight, right? And when you have your energy right, it just puts you in a different mindset to be ready to hear everything that's going to be shared. I'm loving all the fire emojis. Love it, love it, love it. So as we are about to get started, go ahead and make sure as well that you've sent out those last minute messages to anyone that's a part of your organization, anyone that's on your team. Let them know we are about to get started and they don't want to miss a moment of tonight's call. And go ahead and make sure you have your journal and your pens ready because you're absolutely going to want to take notes. So let me see. I see we have Luis from Charlotte. Welcome. Let's see. We have Philip in Jacksonville. Welcome. Ignacio in Milwaukee. Welcome. Rob in Northern Virginia. Welcome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep dropping your excitement in the chats. Keep dropping your name and where you're chiming in from in the chats. But it is time for me to step out of the way of greatness. The gentleman I have the honor and privilege of introducing to you tonight, he's a family man. He's a military veteran, and he's been a successful entrepreneur for over 25 years. He's earned millions of dollars in not one, not two, but three different industries. And this is going to be the fourth industry that he's going to earn multiple millions of dollars in. And that is why he came out of retirement to be here. Not only has he done pretty well for himself, but most importantly, he's always done what's best for his people and putting them in a position to make high incomes as well, and just doing what's best for them with his character. He has a goal to help 10,000 families generate $5,000 per month in residual income over the next 2 to 5 years. But what I love most about him is he's the definition of integrity and character. He's one of the only people that's ever been and done every single thing that he ever committed to me that he would be or do. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let me get some fire. Let me get some excitement in the chat. Please help me welcome to the line someone I'm honored to call my coach, my mentor, and my friend, the VP of Leadership Development, Mr. Sam Bean.
You always keep it crunk. I appreciate that, Carla. Thank you for bringing it in, getting everybody excited about what's about to happen. And, again, guys, that's Carly Gwen out of Orlando, Florida. Please give us some fire, give us some chats, and sure you appreciate her jumping in and get you guys ready to receive. And so if you're ready to receive, type in "I'm ready." If you're ready to see, type in some ones, some dollar signs, whatever it is, whatever it is. I want to see. I want to see who's ready to receive. There you go. Even Facebook is live. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Well, first and foremost, what I like to do is this. I always want to make sure we give props out, to the people who really put this thing together. It's always about gratitude because again, you guys are first to see it. I'm first to see it right along with you guys, and they didn't have to share this with us, right? And so I really appreciate Mr. Winston Navarro, CEO, he and Christina Navarro for putting this together, them contacting and reaching out to the VP and partner, Mr. JC Rangel, and Jessica Rangel as well. Dynamic duo out here making things happen. And Jessica, guys, she's real big in security, and she's not a in front of the scenes type of lady, but she gets it in. She taught JC everything she knows. So, and then you have again other partners and people who's just some amazing people as well. Jennifer, thank you very much. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Carly and Daniel Pacheco. These again, just two awesome individuals who are doing big things and making things happen. And I really appreciate what they bring to the table as well. And then you have your leadership council guys. You have Ed Ayala, dynamic guy, again, full of energy and electricity. He and his partner Julio Aquino, who's just one of the nicest guys on the planet. These guys just came in and changed the landscape and how we're doing solo over here. Just really just raising the bar, bringing in the numbers, right, and making things happen all the way down to the director of operations for Rain H2O, Mrs. Kim Bean, and the master mentor himself for water, Mr. Ovi. And so, guys, you have a very solid platform of leadership, right? You have a very solid group of individuals who put something together, for you that's very, very special, and that don't stop. Just some of the behind the scenes things that I can't tell you guys about. I just know this. Um, when you look at the person who I modeled this business after, this person is Jeff Bezos. Okay. And the thing I appreciate about, what he does, with business and what we do in business is that this man has, you hear me say it in presentations a lot, but he's created a platform where he really um, hasn't, created anything. He doesn't sell anything that he owns, basically. The only thing that he brings to the table, his genius, one, but two, uh, his subscriptions, right? And I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about two. I'm talking about this man has more than 10 different subscriptions in this one company. And so when I look at that business model and I'm going into, the next year, I'm looking at how big Amazon has got, right? And I'm looking at how big I want my business to be next year by the end of this year and by the end of next year this time. And then 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, how many no's do I have to get like he got? How many, how many things, how many obstacles do I have to go through, that he went through to get to the billions that he got to for me to get to the millions and the eight figures and things like that he got to. And so these are the type of things that I'm thinking, going into the next year. And so going forward, guys, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have a millionaire series, right? And I'm gonna talk to you guys, and it has nothing to do with direct sales, has nothing to do with network marketing, has nothing to do with solar per se or water or anything like that. It's just going to be how to be and become a millionaire. Okay. How to be a seven-figure person, but also how to become a seven-figure person factory. And so when I look at the things that I've done, in the past and the people who we've helped, my wife and I, we put at least 45 to 50 people in a position where they were able to retire from their jobs into their businesses. And that's amazing for us. And that's something that we were blessed to do, but they had to do the work, right? We had several people who became millionaires as well, under our watch and under our guidance and our tutelage. And so a lot of the things that we talked about and put people through and some of the process that I learned then and some of the processes that I'm learning now, upgrading the information over the next 2 or 3 weeks, guys, we're going to have a series of how to, again, take it to a seven-figure level. And so I want to make sure that right now you start making an appointment to be here and to grow your numbers because the more people you have on those type of calls, as I'm just saying, those people who get excited, you come to the call, you're going to learn a lot, but you bring those people to the call, you're going to earn a lot. And those people are going to help you submit your legacy while you're helping them submit theirs. I'm gonna show you how to build successes on top of the successes that you create for other people. But I just want to kind of give you guys that head up on that. Now, hang around because I'm going to be giving you guys the winners. We're going to do the drawing live right here for the Level Up Challenge. I'm excited for that because a lot of you guys did exactly what we advised you to do. A lot of you guys kept your doors open like you were Walmart. You had the Walmart mentality and you stayed working, you stayed building, you stayed presenting, you stayed prospecting, right? You stayed promoting, you stayed doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, right? and you got the results, and you guys got the momentum, you guys got the excitement. I've seen some people in the last 3 weeks to 4 weeks make huge shifts, and I'm talking about paradigm shifts that will take their businesses to the next level and has already did that. Okay. And so I want to make sure you guys continue to listen to what we are saying. I know JC Rangel put together a a training program, right? Just 3 days of over the top high level trainings. And if you guys got something out of those trainings, guys, if you guys got some juice, you guys got some heat, as you guys got learned some things that's gonna take your business to the next level from JC, Mr. Pacheco and Ed Ayala, anybody else who myself, anybody else who trained on those days, guys, put some fire in the chat, right? Okay. Again, we just want to know that what we're doing is working. Right? We just want to know that you guys are getting it and that you guys are out there using it, right? So it's not going to stop. You guys have been on your training blitz, and we're just going to continue to prep you guys all the way through the end of the year into the next year. Which brings me to the next thing. What I want to do is I want to offer you guys an opportunity to go on a fasting challenge with me. That's right. I said a fasting challenge. Um, Myself and Mr. Navarro, we have this conversation, and we both had something in common. When we actually did the biggest moves, the biggest numbers in our life, the biggest momentum swings, and we moved heaven and earth, to get things done. It was after we fasted. Okay. And so, again, when it comes to fasting, guys, you don't have to do it. And I'm going to talk to you about fasting for a minute. When it comes to fasting, fasting is not necessarily saying I'm going to give up steak or I'm going to give up sweets so, I can lose weight. No, that's a byproduct of you fasting, right? You fasting those things that you crave, desire, things that you may abuse. When you give that up, it's a spiritual thing. You get the physical benefit, right? But it's spiritual, right? It gives you it gives you confidence, detoxing. It powers you. It puts you in a position where you literally can take your life to the next level, guys. I'm talking about just with these little shifts, right? Hey, when I look at me, and when I made like 90 days before I was going on a launch, or I was about to do something big, or I was about to launch a company or whatever it is, I would fast, right? I would give up I would give up some things that I loved, and things that I really and truly indulged in, and I'm just saying it helps out 100% of the time. Okay. So, give an example, people, but for instance, like I gave up people. Like when I say people, I'm talking about toxic people, people who were distractions. Right. Very, very important. If you have how many of you guys have people who are in your life and you love them, right? You really love them, but every time you see the phone call come across, you cringe. Every time you see the call ID light up, you cringe. There's always something negative. There's always something going on in their life. There's always something that they're trying to talk you out of. Guys, again, if that's you, put a one in the chat, right? If that's you, say me, because we all have those people in our lives. I know it's not just me. I know I got some of those people in my family, just got like you got some in yours. You got some people in your Rolodex and your cell phones, just like I have them in mine, right? So this is what you do. Okay. I challenge you to call those people who you knowingly know that they're negative and that will distract you, right? And talk you out of your dreams, right? They don't have anything positive to offer, but you love them. I challenge you to call them and let them know that you probably won't be calling them for the next 90 days. Okay. For me, it was 90 days. Give yourself something like 30 or 60. Me personally, when I go on fast, I take it to the limit. But I call them and let them know, hey, look, let's say I use Carly for example, but Carly, I'm using Carly because she's positive. And so, but I said, Carly, hey, look, um, I don't want you to feel some kind of way, but I may not be calling you or answering phone calls over the next 90 days. I'm going on a run. I'm launching my company. I'm launching my brokerage, and I'm going underground, head down, and I'm just running. And so I may actually return a text message or whatever, let you know I'm living and breathing, or I might even reach out to you, shoot you a text message as well. But if I don't pick up a phone call, don't take it personal. I love you, but I got to get this done, right? Fasting, detoxing, using the business as an escape, right? And so when you talk about the fasting aspect of it, guys, whether it be food, energy, working out, whatever it is, You want to be fit to do business. All this clears up your mind. Alcohol, whatever it is, your vice is. I know in some places, some of y'all in Vegas, some of y'all in California, where it's legal to smoke marijuana. Again, give up something, right? For 30, 60, or 90 days. Fast, right? And and I'm gonna make it like for y'all. I challenge you, those of you who want to take the fast with me, I'm gonna fast till January 31st. Okay. And I'm gonna give up sweets. I'm gonna work out 4 days a week, guaranteed. And I got to figure out what else I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up something else, but I want to make sure, that you guys are not alone in this situation. I want you guys to win. I want to make sure you guys have someone that's in the trenches with you, but also fasting with you because sometimes fasting is hard. Okay, so I want you guys to figure out what it is that you're going to give up, and if you know what it is, yeah, we'll start tomorrow, Sarah. We'll start tomorrow. So if you know what it is, you can put it in the chat right now, right? And say, hey, look, this is what I'm giving up. And don't put it in there though. Don't put it in there if you're not going to give it up. Okay. So fasting, again, music, different type of music. Like I gave up rap music, I gave up R&B music, I gave up all music, except for spiritual music, gospel music, and personal development. That's all I listen to. I gave up TV for 30 days, 60 days. I gave up TV for a long time. At some point in time, when I was broke, busted, and disgusted, I gave up TV, unplugged it. I unplugged all the TVs. Soda. There it is, Chris. There it is right there. That's it right there. Soda for me. Soda and desserts. I'm gonna be sexy. Oh my! Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, bro. That soda and sweets. That's what it is for me right there. Two of my vices. So, but again, clear up your mind, guys. When you stop watching TV, give you an example. When I stopped watching TV, I found more and more personal development. I found more videos to watch. I found more trainings to watch, and all that stuff stuck because I didn't have anything distracting me. Right? I didn't have any TV shows that I had set. I didn't have anything that was going to put me in a position where whatever I just did, personal development wise, was going to come and distract it and make me forget about it. If JC is teaching something, guys, they just did a hell of a training, on how to calculate your commissions. Like if they're training on this stuff, right? You got all these people who are training. I know Johnny Montes did a hell of a training today. I think today or yesterday, one of the, but he today I think it was at 12 o'clock, killed it. So these people are training. They're pouring their hearts out to you. They're giving their best, but you, not on purpose, but because of all the distraction that you got going on, because you got all these different things, bombarding you, it goes in one ear and out the next, right? Give yourself to the end of January 31st, right? Just give yourself to the end of January and turn off the TV, turn off the social media. Right? And if you're not on social media doing business, guys, just give it up for 30 days. Watch. I've seen people put themselves in Facebook jail and come back and they say it works. It's a detox. That dopamine is killing your business, right? I'm just the games, video games on your phone, right? Give it up 30 days. Give it up for 30 days and see what happens. One, you'll be a lot prouder of yourself. Two, you'll be way more accomplished, way more focused, way more successful. You'll have way more going for yourself. Your mind will be clear, your clarity will be there, and you can see your goals, but you can also see the pathway. You can see a whole lot of stuff that you need to see. Okay? Fast. Please. Not for me, for you. I'm fasting anyway. I'm starting tomorrow with Sarah. Soda and desserts. And don't be that guy, that gal who says, you know what, I'm gonna wait till after Christmas because we're gonna have a big Christmas dinner and I'm gonna eat everything I want, then I start then. Don't do that. Guys, you wanna eat to live and not live to eat. And I'm not preaching it like that, but it's just one of those things that all you're going to do is make it worse for yourself. For those of you who want to give up food for a little while, those of you who want to lose some weight going into the new year, um, let's make sure we put in safety mechanisms and accountability devices to help us hit those goals. Give it up this year, guys. Just give it up for these next 30 days and watch what happens. Right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to be in a group of liars. Okay? That's where you'll find yourself January 1st. You're going to be that person who will say, hey, look, this is my New Year's resolution. New year, new me. And everything that all the people, all the masses are going to be saying. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to give up on your dream in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as soon as it gets hard because you weren't committed. You didn't make a quality decision. You made a quantity decision based on what everybody else is doing. Okay. Don't follow the masses. The masses are never right. Okay. That's why Vegas makes so much money because they bet against the masses. The odds are always against the masses. Okay. So again, just fasting. I'm go ahead and move on from fasting, but I challenge you to become a part of the fast. Right? Figure out what it is you're gonna give up to the end of January 31st and let some people know and be accountable to them. Find out what they're gonna give up and let them be accountable to you. But let's do this together. All right. Let's see here. Now I want to talk a little bit about attrition. Okay. And so when you look at business guys, they're natural attrition and unnatural attrition. Okay. And so when I look at natural attrition is the losses that you're going to take anyway, and you have nothing to do with it, right? It has everything to do with, let's say somebody gets started in business, right? And that person's get ready to build, and their spouse says something negative to them and make them quit. Their parents say something negative to them make them quit. You know, they fool around and get a no or two, and they quit, right? Company does something and it makes them quit, right? The leader says something, does something, it makes them quit. Guys, when you look at the things that you can't control, right? These are things that you can't control, out of your control. That's natural attrition, right? And what you don't want to do is you don't want to make it unnatural attrition where now they're quitting because it's your fault, right? Now they're not getting started because it's your fault. Okay? Unnatural attrition comes when guys you can intentionally not be good enough, right? You can just not train yourself, not role play. You can go ahead and ruin every name that's on your list, right? That's unnatural attrition. Anytime that you can do better to get a better result is unnatural, right? You you steal somebody from one of the people in your group, that's unnatural attrition. You did it. Okay? You blow a deal for somebody in your group when it comes to solar. They brought you a deal, you blew it, right? That's unnatural attrition. This is why you really and truly want to be a professional. You want to make sure that if anything goes wrong, it's never ever your fault. Not necessarily saying you pointing the finger. It's not your fault because you did everything the way it was supposed to be done. Your checks and balances are in place, right? You got the person launched properly. You got that person started properly. You got that person to all of the certifications, all the criteria on the upline and send your partner phone call, whatever you were supposed to do to get that person launched properly and get them going and growing in their businesses. You do that as a professional, as a leader, as a builder, as a person who represents the company, as a consultant. You do everything you're supposed to be doing. That's your job, right? So you put yourself in a position where if it don't work out, it's not your fault. Okay. So let's be a professional. Let's make sure that we are putting people on when it comes to onboarding. Think about it for a second. Think about it as corporate America. Take that approach because corporate America, they hire a lot of people, right? And when you hire people, you pay them, and sometimes you're paying people before they even do anything for you. Corporate America, they have training programs, guys. You're in a program sometimes for 2 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, right? And ride alongs, and you can't even make a phone call, a legitimate phone call until you've been trained properly. They don't want you to make any mistakes because every mistake you make will cost them money, not just cost you money, but cost them money. So they want to make sure you're prepared. They want to make sure that you're trained, right? And that's the ideology that you want to have here, guys. Remember, you're running a brokerage, and when I'm getting a person started, like I have a gentleman who I got started a couple of weeks ago, and named Travaris. Say, what do you want me to do? Listen to these trainings. Okay. These are the training, the 6 steps to success, 6 steps to six figures. Listen to this training, listen to that training, listen to Chris Hart over here, listen to that over there, role play over here, be on the Saturday morning calls, do your, and I don't call anybody. Okay. Don't call anybody. Let's get back on the phone. Let's have some conversations. Let me figure out where you're at right now in your process. and your business acumen and your soul acumen. Let me figure out who I'm dealing with. Let me see if you're ready to go out here and face the world. Right? You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be on point. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to have a foundation of information that you can be, that you can go out there and fight with, something that you can now say, okay, I can come back and make some reflections and then tweak a little bit. But because you have the right foundation, I don't have to really worry about you. Now, 70% of the people who you bring in as builders, the last thing they're going to do is sign up. They won't do anything after that based on natural attrition by itself. The other 30%, now you can affect how long they stay in. As a matter of fact, there are some people in that 70% that you can literally get them to change. You can turn that 70% to 65. Don't expect to rule the world, but I'm just saying that if you're just that good and you're just that professional and you have a resume and results and you can talk to a person's desires and the things that they really want out of the situation, you can give that person hope, and that person will now get connected with you and stay with you long enough till they prove you wrong or you prove them wrong, and you prove them wrong by helping them succeed, right? Because a lot of people don't think that they're going to win. That's why they quit. They're already losing by default based on past baggage, based on self-sabotaging. Okay, so get a person in. Make sure that you're spending some time, investing some time in them. Anybody worth recruiting, guys, is worth investing time in. Anybody worth recruiting, guys, is worth getting better because you want to be a leader to that individual. If Clella comes in and offers me an opportunity, I'm gonna expect Clella to be a professional. I'm gonna expect Clella to get me started right because I'm investing my time, energy, effort, money in her. I believe in her, and if she can't do it, she needs to make sure that she puts me in front of somebody who can. It don't, guys. I'm just saying this. People right now are in a place right now is so bad financially, and emotionally, and mentally that they need you. Okay, they really need you. And the one thing they need is somebody who is not looking at them as a meal ticket. They need somebody who is going to help them actually make, the promises that you made to them come true. Like if I say I want you to make $500 a month in your first, 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is, I want to do that. But I need your help to do that. But I know I'm equipped to do it. I need you to do your part. If it doesn't get done, it won't be because of me. That's where you need to put yourself in that situation. Okay. Treat yourself again, corporate America. They literally make sure that the people give you Grant Cardone. I'll give you another example. Partnered with him 4 years ago and paid them a ton of money to train my people. And I knew for a fact that it didn't matter about how good I was. It was about how good his people were because my people would never listen to me because they were comfortable with me. I was commonplace, to my people. And so I'm family, right? I'm big bro to some, I'm Mr. Bean to others. I'm family. They're comfortable with me. So I needed an outside third party who was qualified to train my people. And those guys were machines. You talk about training. Ask yourself, for those of you who want to expect to be a seven-figure earner, right? Do you train every day before you make a phone call? They do every day. They role play. Grant Cardone's people they don't do anything until they role play every morning before they hit the streets or before they hit the phones. They go over the agreement drills, right? They go over objections. They go over trial closes. They go over setting appointments, booking appointments. They go over the handoff. They go over everything, right? That's how you make a fortune, right? Being a professional, go out there and do all the things. This is how you get all the business too. Go out there and do all the things the lazy people won't do. Go out there and do all the things that the non-believers won't do. Go out there and do all the things that self-sabotagers won't do. Go out there and be a professional. Go out there and go over this stuff every day and treat it as if you expect to make $1 million in a stitch and $1 million will show up. You're talking about a person who grew up on Section 8 housing. I had no business making seven figures. There's no seven figures in three different industries. The only reason I did is because I hung around professionals that did everything that, all the broke people wasn't. They were doing everything that day so they can have everything that the broke people wouldn't have tomorrow. That's what this is about, guys. Everybody that's on this call right now today has seven-figure potential, but you don't have a seven-figure mentality, seven-figure work ethic, seven-figure commitment. You don't have a seven-figure understanding. Some of you want to build a business real quick and let it pay for your lifestyle for the rest of your life. You think that you can put enough people in business over the next 30, 60, 90 days and you can take the rest of your life off. No, you go out there and put enough people in business over the next 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 12 months, and then cultivate those people, turn those people into multiple six-figure earners and seven-figure earners. And guess what happens? Then you can take the rest of your life off and use those revenues and reserves to go out there and invest and enjoy life the way you want to. Mr. Navarro doesn't have to be here. He didn't have to open up this company. They, he's like that. He got it like that. Mr. Pacheco, they own gold mines. And this is the thing. You have a lot of people who resent the fact that they were even able to open up a company to give you an opportunity because you don't have seven figures or six-figure situation. You need your job and you resent the fact that they actually don't need this and you do, and you still don't take advantage of it. You take it for granted. How would you actually build this company if you actually came out your pocket and opened the doors financially? How would you? Would you be? Because I'm gonna just say, like when you open up a company, guys, you're normally the first. A traditional business, you're the first person there and the last person to leave in the beginning because it has to be done right. It has to be done a certain way, right? If you do business a certain way, you get a certain result. And if you want a certain result, you'll do business a certain way. And that's what entrepreneurs, the 3%ers, do. They get there first, they leave last, they leave by example, and then one day they work their way out of a job by replacing themselves with different people. Okay? Guys, if you watch the leaders, right? We all like all the key leaders have people who do key things, right? Give an example. I have Angel. Angel, she trains my team. I have multiple trainers for different things. She trains my team on role playing. Sarah trains the team on door knocking. Landon trains the team on Facebook advertising. Right. Idris trains the team on solar. Okay. We have people who trains. We have people who do different things, right? For the whole entire group, we're delegating, right? Different assignments, but we're doing it delegating with the right people, right? People who are professionals, people who are committed, people who we can build around, right? And that's not it. We're going to continue to build and identify different people and build around those individuals to one day you have a whole entire conglomerate under your own umbrella. You have to learn how to build a company within a company, right? So when I look at just Jeff Bezos, I'm like, this guy's got people for everything. He has a platform that's our platform is just like ours if you look at it that way. We will sell a lot of different things. We have things coming right now that's going to blow y'all away. But right now, the people who are building right now, the people who are building a foundation right now as builders, guys, you'll have so many people who are already in, okay, and enough momentum to where you have people on the sideline looking in the pipeline looking. So when we start dropping these other verticals, boom, that vertical, that vertical, that vertical, these people who are on the sideline will get off the bench and come in the game. Some of them just don't want solar right now. Some of them just don't want water right now. Some of them just don't want security right now. Matter of fact, some of them just don't want to do business with you right now. Some of them just don't want to do anything look like network marketing right now. Right? It's all about timing. But they're watching you. Just because they said no means not right now, right? Not enough information or it's not the right time. Go out here and just be the prototype. Go out there and build right now and build and know that they're watching. You know how different it is. You walk in, you got your best threads on, you leave the house and you get to where you're going, you know people looking at you. You know how proud you feel, how good you feel. Build your business with that same mindset and just know that every time they see you on Facebook, every time they see you on Instagram, every time they see you on Reels on YouTube, every time they see you on TikTok, every time they see you on Instagram or on LinkedIn, they watching you. And you get to be excited because you're a professional and you got things to report, right? Right now, just get in motion, guys. Just get in the movement, right? Just go out here and grind, okay? And for those of you who are out there in the streets, I mean, next Monday, Angel Trina is going to be training on at 12 at the 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the morning. She's going to be talking about how to master events, like when you go into networking events, how to come because she went Builder 1000, right? Using networking events, all cold leads, right? Face to face. So she's got a slide deck that's out of this world. She's got a trainer that's out of this world. She's got a group of people who are going to who have actually started who've been recruiting using those events and what she trains to recruit people, high level people, real estate people, commercial people, lenders, bankers, roofers, all these people. She's going to do that next Monday. Okay, so just make sure that you are here for your own rescue. For me, I need a seven-figure rescue per month. So I'm here for my own rescue. I'm brand new. Okay? Regardless of what accolades I had in I am in a place right now where mentally and emotionally, I have to build this thing from the ground up. Okay? I was talking to Landon the other day. We were just talking about stories. Okay, and talk to you guys about stories. The three stories, very, very important. I came on here and I told y'all about how we got into the Success Magazine and our story going through bankruptcy, repossession, foreclosure, and your stories mean something to somebody. May not mean anything to anybody, right? But there is somebody who's listening that will touch. And he and I had a call because he's has a wife, doesn't want his wife to work, has a son, he has a baby on the way, almost here, right? And he don't want his wife to go back to work. And it's about the questions that you asked. He asked me, what did what was your mindset? What were you thinking, when you were going through that moment when you had nothing and you took it to seven figures? And I said, well, first of all, I looked at everything that I had and I didn't want it to go away. I looked at how my wife would think about me if I lost everything. I looked at, the fact that I have kids on the way. And you know what? Do I want my kids born into an apartment? My mom never had a house. I went to the military just so I can get a VA loan to get her a house, and she died before I can get her the house. Right. And so it was a whole, we never lived in a house. Never. Our friends didn't even, like with the friends who had houses, they didn't even have second floors in their house. They one floor, we even know if second floors existed. It's just crazy. Right. But my mindset was, it has to happen. Okay. Unlike some people, again, when I say I'm doing it for my wife or I'm doing it for my kids, that's exactly who I'm doing it for. That's my motivation. Whatever your why is, figure out what your why is. Figure out what reason you're doing it, and get out here in these and streets and do it. But your story, guys, you have to create a story. But the first story that you want to learn is your senior partner story. Your senior partner, some of your senior partners is JC Rangel, right? Matter of fact, he's all y'all senior partner. He's VP of the company. So again, but some of you guys are direct to him. Some of you guys have Ed Ayala and Julio Quino as senior partner. Some of you guys have Erjan as senior partner, Tony Denner as senior partner. Um, you know, Matt and Roxy as senior partners. Jabari as senior partners. Hans as senior partners, right? Angel. See, all y'all have a senior partner. I'm the same senior partner. There's a lot of senior partners in this company. Okay, there's a lot of people who are your upline, people who have a story, and you want to be able to tell people their story. Okay, how many solar? If you're a solar salesperson, how many solar deals that they did in their first 30 days, or their first 90 days, or their first 6 months? Okay, yeah, how much money did they make on some of those deals? You have a six figure guy who made six figures in the first 3 months, 6 months, 1 month, right? That's the story. People who sell solar want to know the story, right? So when you master and actually, well, is it working? Well, I don't know if it's working for you, but I got a guy who I'm working with right now. His name is Idris Salaka, and all he do is sell deals. I mean, it's like he never stops selling deals. As a matter of fact, he's booking 2 or 3 meetings a day. Okay, is it working for you? I don't know if it's working for me, but I know I have my upline senior partner Hans. Hans is doing his calendar is booked. to the T, to the hilt. All he's doing is closing deals. Okay. Is it working for you? I don't know if it's working for you, but a woman named Wendy out of Maryland, she's my senior partner, and all I know is she's just booking deal after deal. She's selling deal after deal. She's closing deal after deal, and this is how many deals she's doing in a month. This is how much money she's making in a month, and tell their stories, right? And when you actually tell their stories, the people who you're talking to are going to want to talk to those individuals. Okay. When they talk to those individuals by virtue of a three-way, right? That individual is going to answer any questions that they may have, validate anything that they may have saw on any videos and presentations that they may have seen, right? Once that validation happens, guess what? You now have a person, a part of your team, right? And the more and more you tell their stories, the more and more people you'll find get started. More and more people get started, the more and more money you make. You start making override money on solar sales while you're now selling deals as well. And so now while you're building your team using your senior partner story, okay, what ends up happening is this. What ends up happening is you build a story and now you get a chance to tell your story. Okay. And guess who you're telling your story for? And two, you're telling your story to people who you're meeting in third, like out in the streets, but more so to your team, your sales force, the people who are in your solar brokerage, right? People who are in your water brokerage, people who are in your security brokerage, people who are in your high ticket sales brokerage. You're telling your story, or their story is being told by other people. That's the second story. The third story, the people who are telling your story, they're telling it so much that they're now getting people started. They're edifying you, recognizing you, campaigning for you, right? And when they do that, these people are coming to you based on your story. You're now no ego, right? You're now answering questions, validating what they heard. Make sure you're canceling out any concerns they had, and you're now giving them that your word that you'll be there for them, just like your senior partner was there for you. And your team, they're now building a sales force and making money. And when they make money, that's the ultimate story. Nobody care about your story, literally. Like I said, if you telling your story is one thing, you telling your team story is a whole entirely different thing. Okay, because once you get so good, right? Let's say you got somebody, say you got people who are making 50 grand a month. Let's say Tony Dinner. Let's say Tony's making 30, 40, 50 grand a month. Everybody don't believe that they can do that. Now, solar pros know that they can do that. But the average everyday Joe, who's a person that you really want to talk to, no prima donnas, no bad habits, right? No, preconceived way of doing things. Those are the people who you want. Those are the people who you're looking for, right? And so when you're talking to those people, you're Tony Dinner, and all these people are saying, man, well, I don't know if I never made 40, 50 grand a month, right? Well, Tony can say, you know what? Well, I'm working with a guy named Mark, and let me tell you, I helped Mark make, I helped Mark close 3 deals in his first 30 days, or his first 60, 90 days, whatever it is. Mark made 15 grand working with me, or Mark made 30 grand working with me in his first 60, 90 days. If I can help Mark, I can help you. See, that's the thing, the story. When you can help, because they don't believe that they can be Tony Danner. They don't believe that they can be Matt Acosta, right? They don't. They don't believe that they can be a Urjan. They don't, man. I see Urjan on social media. I can't do videos like Urjan. They already making excuses why you can't be Urjan. They're already making excuses why they can't be Julio Aquino. So you got to tell them what you're doing from your resume for other people. And what they'll say is, well, if he can help Mark do it, he can help me do it. Well, if he can help Roxy do it, he can help me do it. Or if he can help Jenny do it, he can help me do it. I'm gonna tell you, I use a lot of y'all stories, sometimes probably more than y'all. I'm probably making more money off your stories than you're making money on your stories. A lot of you are making money on your talent. I'm making money on your stories. Give example, Jenny. Matt and Roxy brought a young lady by the name of Jenny in. Jenny's a go-good. If you put Jenny in that movie Hunger Games, she'd win. Her district would win, right? She's a killer. She's an animal. She's a pit bull in the skirt. Okay, and so her background is what's edifiable. See, when you have a person who's not broke, person who's a professional, person who's understanding the money, and person who is literally out there getting it before they got here, and they didn't need this company to get it, and you tell people about it, oh, now other professionals, people who are living high off the hog, those individuals will now say, you know what, that's an environment I can thrive in. I got peers in there that's living like me. I got people who are already making $70,000, $100,000 a month. And what they do already for a living, and they see this as an option. I need to take a closer look. I need to pay more attention to what's going on. I'm using Jenny's story on a three-way with Dennis Macy's, who's a closer, a mentor out of Maryland. He put me on the phone with a young man from Florida. I'm using Jenny's story because he's a lead gen guy, right? He knows lead gen people. He has relationships with real estate brokers and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I'm using Jenny's story. So I'm using Roxy's story right now. Roxy don't even know. I was the young lady who actually trades for a living, right? Just met her. She tried to hit me up talking about Bitcoin yesterday. I'm hitting her up talking about the coins that Roxy's making while she's out there trading. I'm using y'all's story. Remember, guys, I'm telling you, facts facts only tell people what's going on. Stories is what sell people what's going on. When you're telling people, guys, as a solar company, this company is partnered with Freedom Forever. First of all, that's clout. Okay. Anybody in this industry who knows anything about Freedom Forever, do you understand? They understand what that means. We are tied to the best, period. It matters who you do business with. They're now edifying the company based on who the company is tied to. And when they know that Freedom Forever is doing 300 deals a day, a month, guys, and we are doing 100 plus of those deals, we're submitting 100 plus of those deals, guys. We have market share in that basket. People are like, whoa, 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 y'all are doing 100 of the 300 a month that they doing, yeah. And they in 30 states and they're growing, yeah. Y'all have the best baselines, yeah. No, I'm telling you, learn how to tell the stories of the company. Even in my presentations, guys, the company that we partner with, it's a company that brought alkaline water to America. Yeah, the Ripple story. I'm talking about military grade portable, and you can have one in your house, and you can buy another one for your dormitory room. You can buy another one for your office. You can buy another one when you go on girls trips, say Airbnb. You definitely want one if you have a woman in college, that's in your household because you hear the stories that go on in college, right? Oh, people. Oh, you know what? That's right. My daughter does go to college, and I do hear a lot of great, crazy stuff about these frat guys and people who prey on women. And I need Ripple. Oh, you're a homeowner. Okay, great. You're paying for solar already, guys. That's a story. You got learn how to. That's another thing, guys. For those who are going to be a part of, the event that we're going to be having on the 28th, and I'll make sure I give a formal announcement of it to show you guys the banner in a minute. That boot camp is going to be that particular boot camp. I've charged $399, and it was basically for 2 days. A 1 day 4 hour session that is $199 and $299. Okay, and so you guys have already paid the $199 just getting in the company. I am going to do a boot camp, and I'm going to talk about a lot of those different dynamics, right? On how to craft those stories, how to move people, how to create a sizzle, how to create some personal scripts. Because again, every script is not for everybody. Everybody's different, right? Some of you guys look at some scripts and you say, well, it doesn't fit me or doesn't fit my demographic or whatever. Okay, well, we're gonna take those excuses away. We're gonna take those reasons away, and if that's the truth, you'll know exactly how to craft a script, okay, for yourself and for your people and your demographic. Come the 28th. Okay, so for those of you who leveled up and upgraded, there are no losers here. If you don't win a prize, guys, your name doesn't get drawn. That's fine. You still win a training. Well, first you won the opportunity. You won the benefits that come with it. Every story that we tell about, that's another thing. Stories, product stories, guys. Guys, if you've used the products already, when I say products, if you use the membership already, let me know what you use for. Go ahead and put it in the chat real quick. Let me know what you've used the membership for, or if you know somebody on your team who's used it. I want to see what you guys used it for real quick here. Okay. I want to know who's using it. Dr. Arlene Hotel, okay, Barbie Smart Money, Sarah Vacation. Sarah paid for a whole vacation for a whole family, grandparents and all. Flights, meals, discounts. Okay. Okay. Movies, Sabrina. Meals, Landon. Office Depot. Okay. Savings, movie. Okay. So, guys, how many of you guys are advertising that? How many guys are marketing that? If you're in a restaurant, how many of you guys are taking, you know, an actual picture of the food that you ate that you got a discount on? How many of you guys in the movie theater, hey, took a picture of the screen and say, hey, look, I got whatever percentage off my movie passes with my membership, whatever, you book a flight or you book the hotel and you screenshot the discounts, the difference, right? You got to learn how to market what you sell. You have to learn how to be a walking, living, breathing billboard of your business. Guys, guess what? I bought solar because it made sense, not because, you know, of marketing. Nobody spends that type of money for marketing. Like they literally from a standpoint of just buying a unit, right? They spend that type of money on marketing for campaigns and social media blitzes and stuff like that. But I bought it because it made sense. I bought it because it's going to make me money, right? And oh, by the way, I get to use it as marketing. That water, man, I drink as much water. I drink way more water than I used to. Like those water bottles that we used to get, the water tree is up the road. It's like 40 minutes away from the house, and we took 8 jugs every time. Had to fill them up, put them in a basket, roll them to the car, unload them, put them in the house, put them in the garage, and take them from the garage to the house. It's too much. It's too much. My lifestyle is a whole lot better, and the water tastes just as great, and it's a short commute from the sink to the water machine, refilling the bottle. We got one bottle now from the sink to man, convenience tax, right? I'm just telling you, you got to learn how to communicate what those benefits are to people. A lot of you have a lot of value in the palm of your hands, right? Right up under my sink. I have my own water plant, my own water filtration plant. On top of my roof, I create my own energy. And ripples coming out. Guess what? I'm gonna be ripple secure. I'm gonna have more than one because I have a wife that travels. So don't smart money, new whatever it is, guys. I'm going to be a product of the product because it makes sense, and I'm gonna make sure that people who are in my team they know that as well. They know, they get the photos, they get the videos, all that good stuff, right? But learn how to tell stories. I'm going to teach you guys how to create verbal brochures, and not an elevator pitch. I don't want people to see you coming. I want you to be able to paint pictures with your words. I want you to be able to put a person in a position of comfort where they can now open up to you and they can make a buying decision. They want to talk to you. When you knock on the door, that they keep the door open and probably invite you in. We're going to be talking about those things come the 28th on that Saturday. So if you are a builder, you will get the actual Zoom link and Zoom code to be on that. Okay. So let's see where we are right now. Okay. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I want to make sure I get to this drawing and get you guys back on your way. But fast. Just telling you guys that fasting is going to make worlds of difference for a lot of you. Right? Fast. Two, go out there and educate yourself. Like really learn the scripts and stuff like that. Make sure that you are there on the 28th, but learn the scripts that we have. There are other people out there who are in the company who have scripts that you can use. There are trainings that we have saved scripts on. Use those scripts, but we're going to have some scripts that we're going to be teaching you guys script formatting as well on the 28th. Um, a lot. It's going to be some millionaire money talks, but don't forget about the millionaire series that's coming up. Is again starting next Monday night. It's going to be a lot of really good stuff happening, guys, and we want to make sure you guys are right there in the beginning of it, right there in the foundation of it. Because one thing I do understand, and I've been here before, is the company is getting ready to go into momentum real soon. Okay. And it's not going to be enough for you to just be in the company when we go into momentum. You're going to want to be a part of the reason why we go into momentum. Okay. Because if you're not, you're just going to be a spectator. And it's okay to be in the company, be a part of something big, but you want to be the reason why it becomes big. You want to be the reason why the company shifts gears and we start to bring in millions of dollars in business and create millions of dollars for families. Okay. So again, I have my vision 10,000 families in the next 5 years making $5,000 a month of residual recurring income based on them building a subscription based business, just like my man Jeff Bezos. Okay, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this drawing here, and let me turn this off here. That way you guys can see the box. None. Okay, there we go. So box, it's got all of the entries in it. Hold on one second here. Thanks. Oh, there we go. All right. So all of the entries are in here. So I'm going to be pulling out of this box, and you'll see that it's going to be pointed that way. I can't see a thing. And let me pull this up here so you guys know again what we're doing and why we're doing this. Share this here. Okay, Carly, can you see that? Clara, can you see that? Let me know if you see the full screen. All right. So yeah, so for when you look at the prizes, like I said, if you actually upgraded from November 1st to December the 15th, okay, and you upgraded to the builder pack, we got your name here in this box with all these other names. Okay. And when you look at the prizes right there, we're going to be giving those prizes away. Now, number 5 and number 6, we didn't hit those numbers, so those will not be given away. And just make sure, guys, that you have an air of gratitude for anything and everything that Mr. Navarro, Mr. Rangel, Mr. Pacheco, these guys put on the table for you guys, because they're doing this out of their own pocket, not the company's pocket. They don't have to do this as they already overpay you for the things that you do, right? And so, convention ticket, $250 shopping spree, VIP seating and entry at the convention, a private 1 hour game plan and Q&A with the leader of your choice. Those are high ticket prizes, period. The convention ticket, again, once you win that, guys, guess what? Just show up, you're walking in. VIP seating and entry, same thing. Show up, you're walking in. $250 shopping spree, guys. As soon as when we pull your name, we'll be sending that to Mr. Winston's. We'll send that to Big Daddy Warbucks. Okay. But again, just make sure whether you win or not, just make sure you shoot, the owners and the partners of the company a thank you, appreciation. Just let them know that because they gave you a shot to win. All right. So the first thing we're going to draw for is a convention ticket. Okay. Michelle Thompson is our first winner, convention ticket, Mrs. Michelle Thompson. And let me see here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Yep. Okay. So Michelle Thompson, there we go. 1265, ID number 1265. Y'all give Michelle a round of applause, show her some love, and make sure I write this down here what she won. Convention ticket. All right. So We'll say the 250 for last. This is for the VIP entry and seating behind the right there where the owners and everybody is, right there in that area. JC Rangel, you don't qualify, sir. JC's name got in there because one of his people actually won. I'm vetoing you, sir. You already got the best seat in the house. And you got enough money already. And you can actually mentor and coach yourself. Lashley Obi. Lashley Obi, 4607. Lashley Obi. And guys, this is an actual person who made sure that their people upgraded. So again, you get paid for, I mean, you get rewarded for doing the right thing for you or for your group. So Lashley, hopefully I said your name right. Obi, VIP seating and entry. You don't have to wait in any lines, and you sitting in the front. All right, all right. And let's see here. We're gonna go with the 1 hour game plan. So you got somebody like Ed Ayala, Julio Aquino, JC Rangel, Erjan, any of these leaders, guys, myself, Gail Taylor, Gail Taylor, 4901, Gail Taylor, you get a 1 hour game plan and Q&A with the leader of your choice. And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, you have some people who literally lost by default, right? I'm just guys, when you actually are part of things like this, you want to make sure that you go actually go out there and upgrade, go out there and do these things because you're gonna end up doing it anyway. You may as well go ahead and get it done. Game plan session and Q&A. Congratulations, Gail. Y'all give Michelle, Gail, Lashford, give them a round of applause. Give them strong some love. Put some fire in there, some heat in there, some hearts in there, all right? Recognize them like you want to be recognized. Celebrate them like you want to be celebrated, right? All right, this is for the $250 shopping spree. Kadisha McKnights. Okay, okay, Kadisha McKnight. All right, all right, all right. I know Hans will be happy to hear that. Kadisha McKnight, $250 shopping spree. Kadisha McKnight, $250 shopping spree. And guys, again, just give them a round of applause, guys. Give them, celebrate them. Again, show them that you appreciate the fact that they went out there and did what they were supposed to do, and they went out there and led by example, right? And just show them that you get rewarded for doing the right thing. And for those of you who, again, you didn't win a prize, you didn't get your name drawn. That's fine. That's no biggie. It's because again, there are no losers, right? And for you, I'm a consolation prize. How about that? Right? Y'all saw the video that I put. It's a 6 minute video in the chat the other day. And I talked about all the things, that I was going to talk about and some, at that event. And I want to make sure that for those of you who are brand new, or those of you who want to be brand new, and you really want to go into this next year on fire, and you want to throw some gasoline on top of the fires that your leaders have already started, and because I know there's a lot of you guys out there who are heating up. A lot of you guys are excited about being in the company. Again, I'm just going to give you some of the things that I've used and that I've been taught, and things that I've paid for over the years. In a really nice power pack training that I'm specially designing for you. So whether you were a part of the Level Up contest or not, or whether you're just a person who's on a builder pack, you're already at builders, you're invited. You get invited by default. Okay. And so what I like each and every last one of you guys to do is this, guys. Let me take this off here. And like I said, for those of you, it's going to be on 28th, Saturday, that morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. and that information will be released to you guys via email. Okay, let's make sure that each and every last one of you guys make sure you put your best foot forward. Okay, one thing I do know about the company, and one of the goals that we have as a company is to make sure that we pay out $1 billion in actual income, not generating $1 billion in sales and revenue. Uh, that's going to happen. That's a vision. That's a goal. And I can tell you, the people in this company, from top to bottom, the serious people are evolving. We're all growing. None of us will stand the same, because we won't hit that as a company staying the same. We all have to evolve from top to bottom. And guess what? This is the best time for you to grow with us. My first company, where I made a little bit of money. And I think the most money I ever made in that company per month was $8,000 that month. And I got to that company 6 years, after that person who was already making 85, 90 grand a month. And I didn't get a chance to see how he got there. I didn't get a chance to watch him in the process. I just got a chance to sit on all this. Now they were teaching through, even though their experiences, I didn't see it happen. Guys, you're learning this stuff with us, right? You're growing with us. You're watching this thing happen and unfold right before your very eyes. If you go do enough work right now, you don't think that JC Rangel, would notice that and pick you up and say, "Hey, come run with me"? And you got people I've seen like Erica Villarreal. I watched that young lady grow. I watched her, do some courageous things as a parent. 3 kids, making sacrifices and making it happen. I watched her conversation change. I watched her circle change. I watched the things that she does change. Right. I watched Roxy and Matt do their thing. Right. I watched Roblito and Veronica do their thing. I watched a lot of other people in this company do their thing. Right. But there's nothing like being able to get in the trenches from the start and mix it up with the Ayala, mix it up with a Julio Aquino, mix it up with these people who made millions of dollars before, and you're here day one. Okay, you're here day one. You have no excuse. You will have some regrets though. If you don't do what's required right now, you will resent the fact that you was in this company and you let that moment go by. Don't in 2 years, don't come tell me you did your best. Okay? Because in corporate America, if you do your best is not good enough, you get fired. If your best is not good enough to do what's required, like if your best is not good enough to save your family, your best is not good enough to retire your wife or put your kids through the school or that they want to go to, or whatever it is that you have goals and dreams. If your best is not good enough, it's your job to make your best better. It's your time right now for you to go out here and increase your financial thermostat, and there's no better way to doing that except for getting no other way of doing that better than getting in the field with each and every last one of these leaders who are rolling up their sleeves and working. Yeah, and so love you guys. Again, definitely here in the trenches with you guys. Looking forward to working with you guys. Also looking forward to getting you guys to your 6 and 7 figure goals. So see you guys at the top. See you guys at the bank. See you guys on the beach. We'll see you guys back here next week. Same time, same line, more people. Bye-bye, guys.